What is going on, YouTube? Espresso Shucko here, and today we are hitting the Reg G ranked ladder with our second Necrozma Dawnwings team. This time what we're going to do is we're going to run Grassy Seed Dawnwings next to Rillaboom. We're going to get a physical defense boost, and then we're going to get disgusting because we are going to click Comp Mind. And no, I did not learn my lesson from the Dust Mane video. I did not put Protect on this thing. Instead, I opted for Moongeist Beam, Photon Geyser, and Earth Power for damage. We're going to try to shut down our opponent's attacks with either Fake Out off of Rillaboom or Follow Me off of Clefairy. And on that note, alongside Rillaboom and Clefairy, joining Necrozma Dawnwings today is Comfey, Urshifu Rapid Strike, and Tornadus. I'm hoping to play a kind of combination of Trick Room or Tailwind, depending on what the situation calls for. This Dawnwings here isn't the slowest thing out there, but it does have a nice little breakdown as far as its speed goes for both Trick Room and Tailwind. So it doesn't have the most speed investment, but in theory, it should be able to play in either or. It's that weird, awkward speed stat right there. So we do have that for the Dawnwings. And we're mostly invested into our special attack and HP with a little bit into our defense to try to make the most out of that Grassy Seed. So Rillaboom here is Assault Vest with Terra Ghost. It's a set I really like to run here. We have Grassy Glide, Fake Out, U-Turn, and Woodhammer. Woodhammer just absolutely bonks things for major damage. Grassy Glide does what everyone knows it does. It picks up that chip damage that we do need. We have U-Turn to pivot. We have Fake Out. Originally, I was thinking about putting Incineroar on with Rillaboom and Urshifu, but figured, you know what, the redirection support might be a little bit more important, so we're going to try to deal with that. We have Comfey here with Terra Grass and the Leftovers to get a little bit of HP back here. We have Draining Kiss to take advantage of the fact that Triage does give it +3 priority, so we can get a little bit chip into some stuff and potentially pick off some weakened Pokemon. We have Floral Healing to keep Necrozma nice and healthy. We have Protect, and this is where the Trick Room is on the team. It is on the Comfey. So my opponents might see this coming if Comfey doesn't go first, but if we have Comfey and Clefairy together, we might be able to cheese out a Trick Room. And if Clefairy follows me, or follow me's, if Clefairy goes for Follow Me, said it took me 3 times to get out of me. But anyways, if we get that redirection up and Clefairy goes out, Necrozma can come in. I just switch Comfey out after Trick Room goes up into Rillaboom. We get a +1 defense, and then Rillaboom can go for the Fake Out to try to shut some stuff down for Necrozma while it goes for a Calm Mind or damage at that point. So then, as far as the rest of it goes, with Urshifu and Torn, we have the Surging Strikes in close combat, Detect, U-Turn. I use the set all the time, so really, we're not going to linger on that too much. And we do have the Focus Sash on Urshifu with Terra Water. And then finally, we have Terra Dark, Tornadus. This is a bulkier Torn. It's got a fair amount of investment into the HP and special defense stat, a tiny little bit of speed, so we might be alright once we get Tailwind up to be able to outspeed some things, but honestly, opposing Tornaduses might be a little bit faster than this one, so we will have to watch for a Taunt. So that is something I'll have to keep in the back pocket. We have Bleak Wind Storm and Rain Dance, and this is mostly just to power up the Urshifu. It's not really going to be contributing much to the Necrozma outside of the Tailwind, but anyways, that's mostly the main gist of the team. Clefairy here has the Eviolite. We have Terra Ghost on here to avoid Fake Out, and then we have Moonblast, Follow Me, and Life Dew to provide some support while doing a little bit of damage. And we do have the Protect. We're mostly physically defensive, and we have a good chunk of HP into our investment. And we also have just a tiny little bit of special attack investment just to catch the odd Koraidon or Single Strike Urshifu off guard with that Moonblast. So we do have that at the end of the day. Without further ado, let's jump right on in to the battles. Alright, we have a Zacian team with Delphox. Ooh, that's spicy. We got Delphox, Tornadus, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Urshifu, and Grimmsnarl. So either my opponent has 2 water types or they have 2 dark types on the team, which is going to be a little bit scary for Necrozma if it's 2 dark types, but we do have the Terra Fairy. Are we Terra Fairy or are we Terra Grass? I might be Terra Grass now that I'm thinking about it. Nope, we're Terra Fairy. Okay. You would think I would know that from filming the intro first. This is one of those few times where I actually did that. But anyways, okay. So, how do we want to deal with the Zacian? Well, we might deal with it with Tailwind and Surging Strikes. That might potentially work. I don't dislike Rillaboom and Necrozma as part of the lead. If it's single strike Urshifu, I can always go for Terra Fairy and go for some big damage that way. I won't be able to hit it for Photon Geyser, but at least I could potentially hit it with Earth Power. A boosted Earth Power might not be too bad. We can always bring in Comfey too. Like, worst case scenario, I could always go for a U-turn and bring in Comfey. Alright, let's see. I think I bring the Torn for the, yeah, I think I bring Torn maybe for the little bit of speed control. Or, you know what? Yeah, I was going to say I'd bring Clefairy, but I don't think so. I was really kind of debating on Urshifu, but I'm a little bit worried about that Ogerpon. And honestly, if I do get the Calm Mind up for Necrozma, and once I have that special attack boost, a Moongeist Beam should be able to deal with it. I don't know. I have a little bit of mixed feelings about this, to be completely honest. It's Urshifu single versus Zacian. Alright, so here's the thing. I can only fake out one of these two. I don't want to take a Wicked Blow. So, I don't think we see a knockout from Zacian. So I think maybe what we do is we get the Urshifu take. I think we flinch the Urshifu, and then I think we maybe go Terra Fairy, and then go for an Earth Power into the Zacian. I think we switch gears, and then that way too, depending on how much damage Zacian potentially does to Necrozma, I should be able to Earth Power it. Now, on the flip side, if they take... Ooh, they protect the Zacian. They must have thought the Fake Out was coming there. Alright, so... Nope, they just wanted to do... They just gave me a free turn to set up. Alright, great. So, we haven't revealed Terra. I think what I'm going to do... I think I'm going to Earth Power into the Zacian. I think I'm going to Terra Fairy. And then I think I'm also going to switch Rillaboom into Comfey, so that I can go for big damage into the Urshifu with that Draining Kiss. Now, I could also... you know what? I think I'm going to go for a U-turn, and then that way that potentially breaks a Focus Sash as well. And then Comfey can come in here and go for the Draining Kiss. And then that way we don't potentially switch Comfey into a Behemoth Blade, since Rillaboom will be slower than that Zacian. If, well, I mean, the Necrozma's slower than the Zacian too, so we do have to deal with, what... Oh! Ouch! Okay. Okay. 3 HP. Alright, good thing I get Floral Healing. It's also a very good thing that I don't, it's a very good thing I don't have to worry about Earth Power being resisted here. So a +1 Earth Power should be able to deal with that. Okay. So we get rid of the Zacian. Now, I think I Floral Healing Necrozma. And I think I go from there. Okay, yeah, alright. Good to know the +1 was able to live the double up. Okay, that was a bit scary. Yeah, okay. But, you know what? We got the Terra Fairy off. That was needed. Tornadus is going to come in here. I'm going to Floral Healing Necrozma because they can just go for the... they can just go for the Sucker Punch, potentially. They could also just go for a Tailwind as well. Or maybe even a Poison Jab, which would be a little bit bad. But I'm going to get some HP back. We do have the Grassy Terrain boosting up Floral Healing as well. So, in theory, we should be alright. Yeah, that brings us up to 150. The Prism Armor really helped as well. So, yeah, the Prism Armor was great. But you know what? The Sucker Punch is just not going to do anything to me now. So, even though that was a critical hit, we do get to live, and we get to hit Tornadus with the Photon Geyser. Bye-bye. Alright, so... now I can threaten the Urshifu with a Draining Kiss. Or I could just threaten it with an Earth Power, too. It'll depend on what the last Pokemon is, to be completely honest. It's Delphox. I think the Rain Dance was meant to give Bleakwind accurate... yeah, I think that was meant to do accurate Bleakwinds. But you know what? We're just going to Floral Healing into Dawnwings, and yeah, you know what? That started off bad, but it worked out in the end. It worked out great. 3 HP back up to over 150. Yeah, thank you, Comfey. We definitely needed that. And also, I'm very glad my opponent left Rillaboom alone. So, whew, okay. Okay. Good game to my opponent. Alright, we've got Flutter Mane, Zacian-Crowned, Tornadus, Raging Bolt, Rillaboom, and Farigiraf. So, a boosted Moongeist Beam looks great. A boosted Earth Power into Zacian and Raging Bolt looks really good. So, I think we are going to play the Necrozma Rillaboom lead. If Raging Bolt comes in here, I would love to hit it with an Earth Power. I definitely think we need Comfey, and if we get rid of Zacian, we get rid of a huge threat off my opponent's team, and I don't think I need the Tailwind. I think what I need more than anything is speed. Yeah, I think... Or not speed, sorry. I think Trick Room would be better. Yeah, I don't know what that thought was. But anyways, I think I just need damage. I think maybe I bring the Urshifu. I don't think I bring a Fairy Terra and 2 Fairies to a Zacian fight. I think that seems really bad. But honestly, a +1 Earth Power into Zacian could be really nice. Especially if I get that Calm Mind off too. Yeah. If I get a Calm Mind off and just deal with that Flutter Mane too, that could be nice. Tornadus, Flutter Mane. Alright, so, you know what? I don't hate it. I don't love it either. I don't think I'm getting the Calm Mind off this turn, though. I think what I'm doing is I think I'm Grassy Gliding and Moongeist Beaming that Flutter Mane. Yeah, because I can't protect. That's the important thing. I cannot protect. But if I do get the Calm Mind off, that's great. Because, you know, a Grassy Glide into Flutter Mane would... Like, a double-up Grassy Glide into Flutter Mane would be great. We're going to try it. I don't think you Shadow Ball me, though. I think you assume I Terra and go for something else. And I highly doubt your Steel Terra. Oh, please be Water Terra. Oh, Water Terra would be hilarious. Yeah, I also don't think I'd knock out Flutter Mane with Rillaboom. I don't think I'm quite that attack investment. I think I'm a little bit more bulk invested. So we are going to see my Terra. We're not going to see my opponent's Terra, which is nice. Watch me just overthink this in that they are going for a Protect. Watch me just assume that. That could be it, too. Sunny Day, okay. You know what? That's a little bit concerning because of the Photosynthesis. But if it's a speed, it's not the greatest. But it's special attack, so you know what? They could be sashed, or even if they are, I won't know because I didn't knock them out. But Rillaboom hangs in there, and we do get the Calm Mind. So, you know, we're cooking now. Flutter Mane might protect. I don't think Tornadus switches, but they could. I'm gonna Moongeist Beam into them. They could switch in for Farigiraf, but I don't think they do. So I'm gonna Grassy Glide into Flutter Mane. The protect is fair. They might go for a Tailwind. They might, or a Bleakwind. Bleakwind would be the best way of getting rid of my Rillaboom. But the nice thing here is Rillaboom actually avoids it. So if we can get Comfey in, Comfey can heal up Necrozma, and we can go from there. So we do get the Moongeist Beam off, and that isn't quite enough to knock out Tornadus. But the nice thing here is we do have a lot of damage pressure right here. So I think what I do is I think I Moongeist Beam... If they brought Farigiraf, maybe what I do is I Photon Geyser. I don't think they Tailwinded, did they? Let's double check. I don't know why I clicked on me. They did not. Okay, so you know what? I don't think... They very well could just switch the Flutter Mane out, so you know what? I think I'm going to Grassy Glide and Photon Geyser. If they switch in Zacian, I mean, it's going to be resisted, but I'd rather them not switch in for Flutter Mane. No, they don't switch out Flutter Mane. Okay, so you know what? We just pick up the knockout. If Necrozma can dodge the Bleak Wind, that would be ideal. Maybe. Someone dodged it. It was Rillaboom again. Okay. Rillaboom just does not want to take this. And you know what? I don't blame Rillaboom at all. So we're going to get our Photon Geyser off into Torn, which I love that animation. That animation is fun. Yeah, okay. So we're going to get a little bit of HP back from the terrain. Now, I'm letting them get 2 Pokemon in for free because I knocked out 2 at the same time. So here comes Zacian. They don't know I have the Earth Power. And it's Raging... Oh, it's Raging Bolt and Zacian. All right. Now a double up into both of the... into Necrozma could be really bad. But you know what? I could go for a U-turn. I really like the idea of going for a U-turn. I'm going to click the Earth Power. I'm going to U-turn off a Raging Bolt because that might be Assault Vested. Okay, they're going to protect with a Raging Bolt. Do they protect with Zacian? No, they just Behemoth Blade me, which I might go down here. Nope, I don't. Okay, great. Thank you, Necrozma. Just hit them, please. Or rather, just knock them out. That's all I ask. Yep. Necrozma's taking names and dropping bodies. All right, that's Zacian gone right there. So they can just Thunderclap Necrozma with Raging Bolt, but I have the Earth Power and I have the U-turn. Yeah. And the battle is canceled. So you know what? That's great. We don't get to see Necrozma go down, which I am very happy about. And we also got to nail the Zacian with the Earth Power. And we had the... I'm kind of curious what the Earth Power would have did to that Raging Bolt since it was an AV. Probably a knockout. But anyways. Very, very happy about that. And a good game to my opponent. Alright, we've got a Regigigas team with Weezing, Calyrex, Shadow Rider, Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Urshifu. So, Clefairy might not be too bad. We could always go for Redirection. Now, I do gotta make sure that if they lead Calyrex, that I do go for the... Terastallization. That's the big thing. Weezing, I'm gonna have to get off the field somehow. If I do, that'll just destroy Regigigas' momentum, which is going to be nice. If they lead Gigas Weezing, Clefairy's Friend Guard is not going to be doing me any favors. But Follow Me will. I think we bring in... the Rillaboom, maybe. Yeah, to get the... Again, to get the Grassy Seed boost, I do need the Rillaboom on the field and the Weezing off the field. That is the biggest problem right here. So, as far as my last Pokemon goes, I think we bring the Comfey. Like, let's see right quick here. Comfey's 120. Regigigas, I think, is 110 speed, maybe 100. It might be 100. I think it's 100 speed and 160-ish attack, maybe? I don't remember Regigigas' stats off the top of my head, but if Comfey is a little bit faster than Gigas, great. I can still try to sneak out a fast floral healing. Yeah. Okay, so it's Gigas Weezing, which I kind of figured. They might just protect the Weezing. So I think what I do is I think I Calm Mind. I think I Follow Me here. And then this way, I think from there, I potentially Fake Out and go for damage. Maybe. Getting the +1 into my special stats is going to be nice. I'm not too worried if a knockoff is coming Clefairy's way, since Clefairy will be able to resist it. I'll lose my Eviolite, but that's fine. I'm not too concerned in that sense. Weezing might go for a Terastallization since Photon Geyser is super effective. So yeah. That is one nice thing, too. Weezing might just go for Protect. So, we'll get the Follow Me off. I do have Rillaboom for the Flinch. So yeah, there's a knockoff. That's fine. Alright, so there goes my Eviolite. Does Weezing Protect? I don't know, but... no, I do know. But I do know that Weezing is slower than Necrozma, which is good to find out. So, there's a Will-O-Wisp. Okay. I can keep Necrozma safe one more turn and go for a Photon Geyser. Yeah. They might protect Weezing this turn, which, honestly, I feel like that is the... I feel like that's the... I feel like the Follow Me Photon Geyser into Weezing is the obvious play, so I think I go for Gigas instead. Yeah, I think that's what I do. I think I redirect away whatever Gigas wants to do, and I hit the Gigas with a +1 Photon Geyser. We don't see a Protect off the Weezing either, so... Okay, there's Crush Grip. That's fine. I could have Photon Geysered the Weezing, but you know what? That's alright. We know it's a Life Orb, so we should be able to do some major damage to this thing. Not enough to knock it out, unfortunately, but a Fake Out at that range. Fake Out Photon Geyser might be what I need. Yeah, okay. I don't mind that. If I can get Regigigas off the field, that's great damage, and they taunted me, so I think what I do is I Photon Geyser the Weezing, and I think I just fake out the Gigas. Now, unless Gigas has got a Terra Ghost, which I don't know if I want to push the button. Yeah, we're going to push the button. I am going to become weak to Poison, but this keeps my bases covered on the off chance. Okay, great. Gigas is switching out. I don't hate that. And if I knock out Weezing, great. Kind of wish I kept the Ghost typing now, but you know what? That's fine. I'm getting a defense boost. I already have a special defense boost. I just need to get rid of the Weezing. If I knock out the Weezing, great. Then I can get that defense boost, and that'll make Rillaboom a little bit more manageable. So, I get the Fake Out into their Rillaboom for a little bit of chip. There's no Protect off the Weezing. Unless they're Focus Sash, this should be... Yeah. So, I'm going to get Grassy Glide now. Regigigas is effectively dead weight for my opponent, which is great. If they bring in Calyrex, I would love to Woodhammer. And the special defense boost is going to help Necrozma in the long run. So, I do get my defense boost, finally. And now Comfey can come in and go for big damage, too. That's the other good thing. I also don't hate the U-turn off of their Rillaboom. Yeah. I really don't hate that. U-turn off a Rillaboom would be super effective damage. So, if Gigas comes in here, I think I just Grassy Glide the Gigas. Or I just double into the Rillaboom, because Rillaboom can fake out either of these two Pokemon. So, I think this is, yeah, it's Gigas. Okay, you know what? That's fine. They've got Slow Start on Gigas. Gigas might have a, Gigas might have Thunder Wave, which could be bad, but honestly, if I get Comfey in here and I can heal Necrozma, great. And I don't dislike Trick Room, so... Also good to know that Rillaboom was able to U-turn off of them, so we'll get Comfey in here. Yeah, I know I had the Floral Healing. Clefairy did great work despite not having the Friend Guard active. Now, Woodhammer's going to hurt, but I live it. I don't appreciate it, but I live it. And we're going to get the Moongeist Beam off, so you know what? I don't think with its reduced attack power that the Gigas is going to deal with Necrozma. I think Necrozma gets to live, and Rillaboom's gone. So, yeah, you're going to hit me with a Crush Grip, which is not going to do a whole lot. The other thing, too, is Gigas goes down to its own Life Orb recoil, which is phenomenal. So, now I can just Floral Healing into Necrozma, and then whatever comes out, great. It is indeed the Shadow Rider, which, honestly, I got Moongeist Beam written all over for you, and I'm not too scared of your Astro Barrage. What I am scared of is a Terra that makes you resistant to Ghost-type attacks, but anyways. We're going to click the Floral Healing, we're going to heal up Necrozma, and we're going to go for this big damage. That's going to be the big thing right here. If we can deal with the Shadow Rider and knock it out, great. Shadow Rider still has the potential to threaten me. So I do have to be a little bit cautious. So yeah, anyways, I think we just... I do think we see a Terra, which could potentially be a little bit spicy. A Terra Astral Barrage could still hurt over time, so we do see the Terra. Honestly, so long as it's not normal, I should be safe. I mean, Dark Terra could be bad too. It's Fairy. Okay, you know what? I'm not as scared of that. Rillaboom can come in and threaten it with Grassy Glide too. We do have the priority. So, we get the Floral Healing off. I'm at +1 special defense too, so maybe I'm just a little bit paranoid, but you know what? We're at full HP. It's a Draining Kiss. We should be okay. Oh yeah, we're definitely fine. Yeah, we're fine. So, we get the Moongeist Beam off, and here we go. We get to nail that, bring it down to a Sash, and you know what? We're not going to give Necrozma the satisfaction. We are going to give Comfey the satisfaction. So we're just going to click the Photon Geyser just because we can, and we're going to click the Draining Kiss. So anyways, yeah, we're going to finish you off with a Draining Kiss of our own, and just shatter your heart, Terra. And we go from there. So, yeah. Anyways, we get to clean up really nice. I'm very grateful for the fact that I didn't run into Protect off of the Wheezing. As soon as we got the Wheezing off of the field, we were sitting pretty, especially since Comfey was able to redirect away attacks from Necrozma. We got the Calm Mind off, and as soon as we got that first Calm Mind off, it was great, especially since Clefairy was able to survive. And we also put Regigigas within Life Orb recoil range, so that was very good. Anyways, good game to my opponent. Dawnwings came, took some names, and dropped some bodies. Hey, thank you guys so much for checking out this Calm Mind, Grassy Seed, Necrozma, Dawnwings team. We ended up playing against two different Zacian-Crowned teams, as well as Calyrex Shadow Rider. We got the Calm Minds off, and it just goes to show how bulky Dawnwings gets with the Grassy Seed and Prism Armor, giving it a physical defense boost, since we took two super effective Behemoth Blades into our Terra Fairy Dawnwings, and we survived. We also had a very scary start with the Wicked Blow off of the Urshifu Single Strike and the Behemoth Blade, bringing us down to 3 HP, but Dawnwings was able to just knock out the Zacian with the Earth Power. Comfey came in and got the Floral Healing off, and Necrozma just had a wonderful time. And then in the second matchup as well, we ended up facing off against Flutter Mane Torn as the lead, and despite not being able to fake out that Flutter Mane, we were able to get our Calm Mind off. We were able to threaten both it and the Tornadus. Rillaboom dropped most of Flutter Mane's HP with a Grassy Glide. Necrozma almost took out the Tornadus as well, and then once we did get both of those Pokemon off of the field, we ended up having to deal with a Zacian-Crowned and Raging Bolt, which the Raging Bolt was the one to protect instead of the Zacian-Crowned, so we were able to sneak in that Earth Power, knock them out, and then just leave that Raging Bolt for Necrozma potentially. And we also had more Pokemon in the bag to deal with that Raging Bolt, but fortunately for me, I didn't lose Necrozma in that battle since my opponent did forfeit at that point. And then we played Calyrex Shadow Rider with Regigigas and Wheezing just had the potential to disrupt the entire team, but fortunately Clefairy was able to go for that redirection support. We dodged the knockoff with Dawnwings, we took it, we lost our Eviolite, we were able to get a Calm Mind off, and because Wheezing didn't go for damage and went for Will-O-Wisp, we were able to go for damage into the Gigas. Now, the obvious play, I thought, was to go for either the Photon Geyser or the Earth Power into the Wheezing, so I thought a Protect was coming my way, so I went for the damage into the Gigas. But, fortunately for me, my opponent decided to go for Taunt into Necrozma, and, I mean, the Taunt would have been bad because if Clefairy had somehow survived the second attack, Taunt would have gone into Clefairy, but fortunately for me, Clefairy fainted. We were able to get Rillaboom in, threatened the Regigigas with the fake out, and they switched Regigigas out. I faked out their Rillaboom instead, took out the Weezing with Dawnwings, and then it was Shadow Rider and Rillaboom. And fortunately for me, we were able to remove the Rillaboom fairly easily, and the Shadow Rider going for Terra Fairy just did not have a pleasant time dealing with Comfey and Necrozma. Plus, we also got to pick up the Shadow Rider with Comfey's Draining Kiss, because you love to see it. Anyways, guys, thank you once again for checking out this team in action. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And be sure to let me know what you think of the team down in the comments below.